Hey, Yold. Thanks for stopping by. So, today marks 24 years since the 9/11 tragedy in the United States of America. Nearly 3,000 citizens lost their life in a single day, the largest loss of life tragedy on a single day in the United States, barring some COVID days. And as he should be, Donald Trump was at a memorial ceremony that was hosted at the Pentagon. Considering the climate and certain current events, it makes sense that this was held indoors. You had lots of folks there, surviving members of the families and things like that. And at many points during this ceremony, Donald Trump was on camera. You may have seen the video already floating around of him and his wife while they're reading off names and doing the ceremonial bell. And some people say he's falling asleep, but many other people can see what's happening on his face right now and what this spells out for his health moving forward.
United States Army.
As I'm sure you're all aware, it was about a week or two ago, Donald Trump sort of vanished over Labor Day weekend. There was all sorts of speculation about his untimely demise. People were saying they were having a weekend at Bernie's sort of situation in the White House. Of course, none of that was true. I believe it was the following Monday where he made remarks joking about it, saying he hadn't heard or that it's crazy that people were suggesting he died. But many are under the impression now that Donald Trump had a stroke. If that video wasn't clear for you, you have some pictures from today, courtesy of Getty. These are not edited images. I have to stress that enough, that these have not been doctored or photoshopped in any way. These are direct from the press. And as I'm sure you can see, half of Donald Trump's face is sagging. Some people see that and immediately can see the sign, but if you're not aware, one of the side effects of having a stroke, not just in the moment, but just later on in life, the stroke affects parts of your brain that affect your ability to control your face. Just muscle movement on a sensitive level like that. It's not uncommon for people who have had a stroke to have droopiness on one side of their face. Just a lopsided expression going on. And I'm not sure if there's a better way to describe the expression on Donald Trump's face in this moment other than lopsided. The main reason why this is so concerning, many people have noticed a difference in his expression today compared to the video that was released yesterday, where Donald Trump released a statement regarding current events of yesterday and the untimely shooting death of right-wing influencer Charlie Kirk.
Him and loved him are united in shock and horror. Charlie was a patriot.
Many people pointed out the artifacting issue with his hands in this video, where his finger seems to disappear at a certain moment. And I brush this off as simply image enhancing. YouTube has this problem currently where shorts are dealing with this problem where everything is being upscaled. Some would say this is a conspiracy to make the eye accustomed to AI, or rather unable to tell the difference between real footage and AI footage because now it all looks the same to you. And I do believe this may be the case with the video that was released yesterday. Not that Donald Trump doesn't agree with the statement made in the video and may have even recorded the statement made in the video, but that he did not record that statement himself, that this was some sort of deep fake or maybe even one of those AI apps where you can record a message and overlay it on top of a person. Regardless of how this video was upscaled, there's a clear difference in how his face looks in that statement compared to how he looked at the ceremony today. Should also stand to note that that glitch freakout happened when he said the word patriot, and
Charlie was a patriot.
not to sound like one of those dweebs, but Metal Gear Solid 2 really predicted all of this. I'm sure there will be a lot of people to my political right who say this is hypocritical to bring up Donald Trump's health or speculate on his ailing health because Joe Biden was in office for the last 4 years and he was certainly an old man who appeared to have health problems, trouble speaking, and issues with his mental faculties, and that's all true. I've said that previously on this channel, that if there was credible evidence, if we have verifiable proof of the declining faculties of our head of state, something needs to be done, really as a matter of national security. You need to make sure that the person who's in control of all the levers is someone who's functionally all there. Joe Biden is undeniably an old man, but Donald Trump is the oldest man we have ever elected president. And God willing, he survives through his entire term, he will be the oldest person to ever leave office. This isn't me saying old people shouldn't hold offices either. I've spoken previously about the idea of term limits and age limits when it comes to serving public office, and this is far from a cry of saying he is too old for the job. But if you are unfit, if you are unwell, if you are mentally or physically unsound for this sort of position, it is your duty as an American to step aside. All that said, I don't really know what to make of all of this right now. This certainly wouldn't be the first time a sitting president had his administration hide certain facts about his ailing health to suit whatever sort of agenda or machinations may have been happening. And to their credit, a lot of right-wingers are pointing out these stark differences in the video from yesterday and Donald Trump's appearance today. You do have some that seem to have the wool lifting from their eyes right now. They're not as enamored with Dear Leader as the rest of them and seem to be coming back to the side of reason and reality. I would just say keep an eye on our sitting president. After all, he will be 82 when he leaves office. This is certainly an old man who we have running our country right now. And I think it would be good for all of us to keep on his health. But I guess until the next medical summary tells us he's benching 225 and squatting 315, y'all try to have a good day.